Reporting live from Sly Saloon headquarters. I'm Lindsay Sly.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Victoria Sly.
And you are watching the Sly Saloon Sales Report.
Yeah!
Should I ask you anything for this portion, or are we just going to say bye?
I guess we're just going to say bye.
Well, we can record the opening and the closing now that you're in it. How's that?
I'm just happy to be in the spot.
What do you mean?
I love that you're sitting on my lap. I'm probably blushing.
You little chocolate milk loving child, why'd you? We will also be following up on Lindsay's TikTok follower count to see how close she is to hitting 10,000 followers and making that money, honey. We're going to pass it over to our field reporter who is going to go over the analytics. Thanks, Lindsay. Since we left off, we have sold... Oh my god, I didn't even go through and count how many it was. LOL. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oopsie. Since our last sales report, we have sold 25 items Wednesday afternoon until right before I started recording this, and it's Sunday at 2. So I'll go over the 25 sales. Hopefully I don't cut anything out because it's going on too long. I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it. Since my last sales report, we have profited $694.64. When I say profit, I mean the money that was deposited into our bank account minus what we paid for said item. That's all I mean when I say profit in this video, just for context. During my last video, I had mentioned getting an offer on eBay, and it was for this car. Vintage Dale Earnhardt Wrangler Jeans number 3 NASCAR 124 display model car. It was on sale for $37.34. They made the offer for $32. I accepted, and our total earnings ended up being $26.30. This was part of a big display of vintage little display cars. They are not die cast. They are plastic, all but one. And they are in rough shape. But I think that they look super cool, which is why we bought them. I actually bought these with my friend Laura. Oh, shout out to Laura. She made this shirt. Cute. We were at an estate sale and we saw this big display full of these cars, and we were like, how much for all of them? And they were like, you can make us an offer. And we were like, we ended up landing on 15 for all of them. And there was I think maybe 26 cars. And then we also grabbed a box of like a new one that wasn't put together yet, which in my opinion should be worth less, just because like they're two totally different things. Like one's like an activity, and the ones that we bought are like already put together. They look so cool and so like vintage, like someone did put these together in the 90s. And they look like it. You have to be like very careful with them, and like literally they are not a toy, they're just for display. But like I would display these if I didn't love money so much. So we earned $26.30. I don't even remember. I think we ended up, what's the math on that? We had 15 divided by 27. Yeah, so it's about 50 cents per car is what I'll call it. We've already sold one of them, and every time I get the earnings, I send half of it to Laura because she paid half, I paid half. So the next one is a POSHMARK sale. I'm still in POSHMARK jail, and it's about to get worse because someone just opened a case against me for item damaged, and it was damaged. I didn't even know. There was a hole in the back. Whoops. Shame on us. Jail, jail, jail. This one is for vintage hickory stripe overalls, Kawaii, Rainbow Patch Kids, 10-12, Japanese 140. They purchased these for $30 on POSHMARK plus shipping. We got $24 deposited to the bank, and these cost, I believe, $3.99 in the kids section at Goodwill. I looked up what shoe chum means, and it means like kiss kiss. This next one, it was a hoodie. Peanuts Snoopy Woodstock Scout hoodie, graphic pullover sweatshirt XL, purchased on POSHMARK for $29 plus shipping. We got $23.20 deposited into the bank. This was at Goodwill, I think $4.99 or $5.99. Not too bad. Next one is eBay. I have a feeling this one's going to be a return. I don't know why. I do know why. Vintage Izod Lacoste cardigan sweater, USA. Union made, navy, preppy, men's medium. They purchased this for $46.74 plus shipping. $39.52 was deposited into our bank account. This was part of that bulk buy where each item was 50 cents. I mentioned in my last video. I think that it's going to maybe be a return, and I like no jinx. Although it's pictured, I don't feel like it's pictured well enough. And I must have missed this and put it as excellent condition incorrectly, but because it's not, I mean, I probably wouldn't put any vintage item in excellent condition just because I don't want to overpromise, but the wrist thing, it just looks a little like the stitching is different on that one than it is on this one, and I just think that depending on who bought it, they could be very particular about that, and I think that they might request to return it. But if they do, I will accept. Are you telling Kara that you're not allowed to come to the pool? Next one is Poshmark. And these were my shoes, so I put cost of goods at 0. Someone bought these. Oh yeah, Torrid vegan leather penny loafers, chunky lug sole, dark academia, women's 11 wide. Someone purchased these for $25 plus shipping, and $20 went into our bank account. These were my shoes because I am an 11 wide, sometimes an 11 double wide, honey. Bigfoot girlies rise. And I actually barely wore these, so next one has an Etsy sale. Utility vest, multi-pocket tactical tech wear, Gorp Core black zip large. This was an international sale. We made $18.26 off of this, and we purchased it for $4.99. Next sale, eBay. Playboy magazine, black and pink striped baseball jersey, number 53, unisex size XL. They purchased this for $37.35, and our total earnings were $31.07, and we purchased that for $4.99. You're being so loud in there. You're blasting that ass.
Sorry.
Like whoosh. These so I can go get some fun. This jersey got so much attention, but it took so long to sell. I'm so shocked. The next one, vintage 90s LL Bean men's XL tall striped seersucker cotton button-down shirt. This was part of the bulk buy. It was 50 cents for us when we broke it down. Someone bought it for $30.70 plus shipping. Our total earnings were $25.23. The 50 cents is awesome. I actually really love this shirt. It's so cool, and I just learned while I was posting these what seersucker even means. I learned so much about fashion since becoming a reseller. It's crazy. Crazy. Ooh, this was a fun one. Vintage Y2K, Harley Davidson, women's leather, block heel thong sandals, black 8.5. These are so cool. These were either the bins or they were a yard sale. And I don't remember which one, but I put $3.75 as the cost because that is how much these sandals are at the bins. I put these on sale and someone bought them outright, and I will be getting $52.79. Next up, eBay. Rip and Dip tie-dye, long sleeve hit shirt, men's XL, blue graphic sleeve, streetwear. That was phrased poorly. Someone bought it for $23.99 after I started a sale, and we got $19.35 for that shirt. Purchased it, I estimated at $4.99. Next one is Poshmark. Superman Hawaiian shirt, men's small, comics, blue floral rayon button-up DC. There are some faint irregular marks / discoloration in spots shown in last photo. They blend into the print and may be part of the fabric design, but noting for accuracy. Yeah, I didn't know what it was, so I just thought I would mention it because I didn't want anyone being like, hey you, little guy. Oh my god, this next one is Depop, and this took so long to sell. This was one of my oldest items. So glad to see it go, but I was like so attached to this one. Like I didn't want it to be like priced too low. I'm not going below 20. I'm not. Vintage baby fat rhinestone logo baby tee, Y2K, fitted blue stripe, extra small. I also noted in here, no size tag, fits approximately extra small depending on desired fit. And then give the measurements, stretched and unstretched. We received $21.68 for this one, and we spent like $2 on this. It was at Salvation Army. Next one is eBay. I purchased this off of Depop for $6.25. 27 cents total. Keith Haring American flag graphic t-shirt, men's XL, white, 4th of July. They bought it for $34.44 and plus shipping. We will be getting $28.47. Poshmark yesterday. Betty Boop slides, women's 9, silver holographic pool sandals new. Someone sent me an offer for $20. I accepted, and we got $16 deposited for these. These were part of a bundle that I got off of Vinted, where these broke down to $3.14. I got like 7 items for like $22. It was amazing. Okay, the next one is on eBay. This shirt, we've had it for so long. However, it hasn't been listed the entire time. We actually listed it a million years ago, and then I think this was before we did like automatic relisting, so it just got delisted, I think, and never went back up. This one's Duluth Trading Co. Men's hemp organic cotton plaid short sleeve button-up shirt, large. Someone bought it for $19.70 plus shipping. We received $15.54, and I put this as $4.99 as the cost. Another Etsy purchase. So this is interesting. I guess I'll read you the information first, and then I will go into something I learned. Vintage 90s flannel lined denim jacket XL, blanket lined workwear coat. Oh my god. Buyer paid, we got $36.63 for this jacket, which was kind of low for what I thought based on the price. Then I saw, so they paid $79.21, by the way, and like that's what the buyer paid. They paid $18.17 for shipping. Insane. I did see that Etsy customers are more emotional shoppers, and they are more likely to shell out the cash. So they paid $18.17 for shipping, and then we had like fees and credits come out. Marketing cost $10.98. I was like, what is that? So a 12 or 15% fee, rate based on sales over prior 365 days. So basically, Etsy markets your stuff and like will promote your stuff if the listing qualifies, I guess, or if it's like good enough. I'm not really sure. And they found my listing through one of those ads. Like it says some of the examples of places they sell on are like BuzzFeed. It's so random, but I don't know how I feel about the ads. I don't promote any of my listings. Like I don't like to promote on eBay for any percentage. I've tried it. I think other things help way more. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing out. And I also don't boost on Depop because I just feel like it's a scam. 12% is crazy. I don't like that even if it's not boosted when someone buys it now or promoted, like they'll just claim like, oh, well, it was promoted at one point and that's how someone saw it. Liars. I just hate that. Liar loser. Anyway, this was part of that bundle. It was 50 cents. And I guess I'll take it. I mean, it's basically like we made like $36 off of that jacket in June, which is odd. It's a that's funny. It's random. I just sold something while I was talking. The weird thing also is that they bought this jacket in June, and I was like, oh, maybe it's going somewhere cold. They're in Texas. Next. Oh, we got a Mercari sale. Mercari likes to show her little face every so often. Here we have 4XL chambray denim shirt, plus size workwear, oversized blue button down. This has those little snap things that can snap up the sleeve if you want, like the roll tab, I think is what they're called. We made $20.80 off of this. We spent $4.99 on this. Not amazing, but it was listed forever. Next one is Depop. This sold yesterday while I was at the annual family pool party for my fiancé. That was a fun cha-ching. Belleville 800 ST Gore-Tex combat boots, men's 7.5R, black Vibram military. We will receive $55.24, purchased for $7.99. Another Depop sale. Stranger Things women's medium racerback tank top, black red logo Netflix. Spent next to nothing on this. We're gonna receive $4.85 for this. Get it out of here. eBay. Okay, Cuba Vera men's 100% linen pants, 36.34. Tall boy. White resort trousers, Euro summer coastal. We will be receiving $27.18 for this order. We spent $5.99 on these pants. This one was fun. Vintage Disney Store, a Bug's Life hoodie, toddler 4T, Flick, Hopper, 1998, Pixar. Someone purchased it for $88 this morning, and we got $75.64 deposited to the bank, and we spent like 25 cents on this. I love estate sales. I love estate sales. So I got like a whole bag of little vintage clothes, and this is the first thing I listed from it, I think. But some of the stuff, it's like cute little vintage pajamas that had like some yellowing, like cute little corduroy overalls, but they had some schmutz. So I'm not expecting anything else to do nearly quite this well, except I did get a cute pair of Blue's Clues pajamas, like a top and a bottom. They are blue, and they have, I think, like astronaut blue, the dog, all over them. AOP. Those will go up as soon as I get them fabric shaved. They're just like, they have wash wear, they've been worn, they are old. I'll get those up when I get those up. Oh, and this one did have a stain that I got out, so it's in super good condition. I was not giving up on this. I was like, you little chocolate milk loving child, why'd you have to? I'm just kidding. It was probably mine. I loved chocolate milk when I was little. I probably never wore a size 4T though. I probably like was born and then immediately went to like 3X. Hashtag always been fat. Depop. Nike Dry Fit wide leg loose fit pants, women's 2X plus size black athletic yoga. We are going to receive $15.91 for this. Purchase price $3.75. Oh wow, I bought that as a bulk, like a bundle off of someone on Facebook forever ago. I forgot about that. And that's long since been paid off. I was at the airport and I was like messaging with this girl like, hey, can I pick this up actually when I get back from my trip? She's like, yeah. But then it turns out everything that I ordered did not fit me. Every single thing. I was like, damn. Because I got the stuff for me. Awkward. Okay. This one I got at a garage sale for $2. Okay, so Torrid Barely Boot Jeans, women's 20R, medium wash, stretch denim, 31.5. So Wood bought these for $12 on Vinted, and I will be getting $12, no fees, profiting $10 for that. Polo Ralph Lauren shorts, men's 38, khaki golf tennis prep, stretch, classic fit. Someone purchased for $15.20, and that's what I'll be getting deposited into my bank account. We purchased those for, I'll say $5. Last but not least, vintage Polo Ralph Lauren pants, men's 36-30, gray pleated cuffed wool look. I've sold a pair just like this already before on Vinted for $30. Someone bought them outright. I had them listed for like $49.99 on eBay, and then they went on sale for like $41.99. He messages me and is like, hello, would you take $30 for these? Working out tax and shipping to the UK, it adds another $35 or so. This would help. Thank you. Best wishes. I didn't realize he said it adds an additional $35. That's crazy. Anyway, I said, hi there. That's a bit lower than I was hoping for these pants after just listing them. Vinted? He said, hello. Yes, Vinted will be a lot cheaper. Smiley face. See how they go. Sorry, I must have missed. They just listed. Let me know if they take too long to move, etc. Thank you for getting back to me. The UK is hot, but guessing hotter in the US. Best wishes. I said, I was saying I have them up for less there if you can find me. He found me and he bought them. $35, no fees. Less than I wanted, but that's okay. Because I want them fast. I want it out. In and out, 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 in and out. I'm not sure how I feel about this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say it here just because I'm all done and I just want to. Okay. I originally listed these in my last video as a sale, and then I deleted it because while I was editing the video, this person ended up wanting to return them, right? So I just took it out of the video because I didn't feel like I already needed to trim it quite a bit. So for this one, they had purchased these True Religion. I don't even know why it says True Religion style, because they are True Religion. True Religion style denim shorts, size 42. I put in the description, tagged 42, measurements and photos. Note, missing one back pocket button. pressed accordingly, still fully wearable. It has the measurements in here showing the waist laid flat is about 18-ish, 18 and a half. What I've started doing since then is typing out the measurements as well as putting the pictures of the measurements, because it's just never enough. It's never enough. So they had sent me an offer for $24. I accepted it and they bought these jeans. Well, then they get delivered and they say, hey, were these short, like super washed and dried? There's no way there's no way theirs are a 42 men's. I got them oversized on purpose and they don't even fit. If you were being honest, I'd like to try to work something out. I said, hi, the true religion sizing is definitely 42 as the tag states, but the waist measurement is also pictured, showing about 18 inches across, laid flat, meaning it'll be more like a 36. What did you have in mind to work out? They said, I understand that, but TBH, you should state that in the description since it's not the actual size posted. I was looking through your page for a potential trade, but don't really see anything along those same lines. They raised the issue with Depop, and Depop basically told them that they need to return them to me for a refund. Like if they want a refund, they have to return the shorts, which is fine. I don't care because then I can just sell them again. I don't know how I feel about that. Do I think that these are item not as described? It does seem very common for people to not look at the pictures. So, maybe. I was a bad girl over and over and over again.
And the final 10-day forecast is looking bright, sunny, and full of dollar bills.
Make it rain.
Heavy precipitation.
I hope so. Also, as a follow-up to Lindsay's follower count on TikTok to become monetized, she is now at 9,649 followers. Wow. Will she hit 10,000 before the next video? Stay tuned.